your story just speaks of transforming millions of lives and motivating people who previously were unmotivated to exercise, and they carried on exercising for 6 months, then started a program, started gym, started a trainer, but I really want to hear from you with regards to people sustaining transformation, sustaining their exercise and their fitness. What have been some of the keys? And people listening now saying, I don't want to be one of those guys who's not consistent. I want to be consistent with my exercise and my fitness.
Well, it comes down to three things as far as I'm concerned. I wrote about it in my last book: purpose, planning, and accountability, right? And then you add a little bit of intensity there in the end, and then you're going to really notice some change. But if you don't have a reason why, as the French say, your raison d'etre. Like, why are you doing this thing? And I think a lot of people fail because they're doing it for all the wrong reasons. They're doing it for aesthetic reasons. They're doing it because their ego says they should, or they're doing it because it's a trend, or they're doing it because, their spouse is forcing them to do it. So it's got to be something that you really, really want to do. Now, if you're an athlete, obviously there's reasons why you need to train, because you need to be better at what you're doing. You know what I mean? If you're a fitness model, obviously you got to keep up with it. But how many of us are fitness models? The rest of us are moms and dads and regular folks who've graduated from high school and college, and we've got a busy life and a job and kids and work. So, I want to look better. But yeah, like you say, there's a stop-start issue here with so many people, and it becomes very, very frustrating. It has to become, really, to me, in my opinion, priority number one. Like, everything else has to kind of move down the list. And if you plan it, for example, in about 50 minutes, there's going to be about 6 guys here at my house, and we're going to get after it, because there's going to be 6 guys here at my house, right? They're going to knock on my door, and I got to go down there and do it. You know what I mean? And so maybe you don't have that kind of accountability. Maybe you don't have those people in your life, but they're around. Maybe they're in the internet. Maybe they're in your neighborhood. Maybe they're at work. Maybe they're not in your own home. Maybe your wife or your kids don't want to participate, but you've got to find a crew. Now, there's a lot of people who get up in the middle, at 4 o'clock in the morning before they go to work, go down in their basement, and it's 50 degrees Fahrenheit, and they somehow do an hour and a half yoga. I bow to your greatness. I mean, there's those people who just have that, who are self-motivated. I've been doing this for 35 years, and I'm not. It's hard for me to train by myself, So that accountability is really, really, really important. And your reason why is, I train because I'm a skier and I'm a ninja athlete, and I like to climb, and I like to ride my mountain bike. So, those athletic activities outside of training almost force me to be consistent, because I want to come in year after year after year and be able to perform at a high level. For some people, maybe it's just because you want to feel good. You understand that when you exercise, whether it's yoga or HIIT training or body weight training or weightlifting or cardio, you're going to release norepinephrine, dopamine, serotonin, brain-derived neurotropic factor, which is going to affect who you are today. I mean, it's miracle growth for your brain. I mean, John Rady writes about it in his book, Spark. So do a lot of other, people like yourself. So, if your reason why is because you want to improve the quality of your life, if you want to be a better parent, if you want to feel good today, if you want to be able to improve your range of motion, be able to move more quickly as you get older, you want to improve your balance. These are, reasons why I train. And last but not least is your plan. Like, what are you going to do and what time are you going to do it? Like, when I first started doing this, I had a calendar, I had a desk calendar, and I would write down, most people can do it on their phone now, right? But just, you have to tell the world, this is what I'm going to do, and this is when I'm going to do it. So please don't schedule anything else that will get in the way of this thing that I know that I need to do 5 to 7 days a week. Now, 7 days a week, what is he, out of his mind? Well, you go to work all the time, you sleep all the time, you eat all the time, you breathe 24 hours. There's all these things that we already do to survive on this earth. But I think most of us would like to thrive. And oh, by the way, a decent diet, some mindfulness, maybe some supplementations, and some regular exercise is really going to change who you are. Now, as a 65-year-old, I don't know what that's supposed to feel like. I've got a lot of peers from high school and college, and I see them and I go, you look and act like my grandparents. What happened? You know what I mean? Like, and they look at me like I'm some sort of anomaly. No, I just do these things on a regular basis because I understand that eventually I'm going to retire. And then when I do, I want to be able to ski hard. I want to climb hard. I want to get on my bike on the Appian Way and outside of Rome and go, I mean, and so when people can figure that out, and by the way, you can't lead, you can lead a horse to water, but they got to want to be there. You know what I mean? And so, purpose, plan, and accountability, and you add some intensity so that you can see improvements over time. if you read my book, the big picture, you'd learn all that too. So